Hello, my name is Matt, and welcome to the first ever episode of The Whiskey Well. I'm so excited about this to be sharing my thoughts and opinions about bourbons, ryes, whiskeys. We're going to have a lot of fun with this channel. I promise you, we're going to do some blind tasting, some recommendations, pop open some bottles, do some pours, and just see where we can go with this. I'm really excited about it. I've watched a lot of videos from different YouTubers and influencers, enjoy them all. I appreciate them so much. Everyone brings something different to these videos, and I hope I'm going to do the same. I'm right here in the heart of Texas, in Austin, Central Texas area. So for my first episode, I really wanted to accentuate kind of and bring out some Texas bourbons. I know that can be kind of a controversial thing with Texas bourbons. Many people either love them or hate them, and I totally understand that. It's a different kind of taste. But there's been a lot of different things that have changed with regards to how mash bills and different yeast and all the kind of things that kind of go into, of course, making a great whiskey have changed here in the Central Texas area and Texas in general when it comes to bourbon making. And they do a lot of great things. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorite ones here in the Central Texas area. So if you're visiting ever in this area and you want to do some distillery tours, grab some great products, these are the ones that I would recommend. Now, you may be able to find some of these products on your shelves wherever you're at, locally, in your state, or your area, but some might be only distillery-only releases. Well, I'll explain to you kind of how all that works. But my first one, of course, being in Austin, I had to start with Still Austin, right? So Still Austin, specifically their ryes. This is their cast-strength rye. It's a Nancy's pick. Nancy is their master blender. If you find a Nancy's pick at their distillery when you're there visiting, grab a bottle. They are amazing. These ryes, like I said, Still Austin does great things. They've really built themselves up a reputation, not only here locally, but nationwide. Their bourbons are great. They're really good, but I just think their ryes are superb. I'm a rye guy. This is what I prefer. This one just knocks it out the park. This was a November of 24 release. This has been one of my favorite bottles. I'm trying to keep as much as I can, but this was delicious stuff. So I would totally recommend any rye product from Still Austin, but this specifically, these Nancy's picks, are just a really go-to selection. So if you're here in Austin, visit Still, grab a Nancy's pick if you're there when those are being released. Second, we have Garrison Brothers. And, good bourbon can change the world. That's what they say, right? And Garrison Brothers does an amazing job with bourbon. They are wheated. They're a wheated product, so there's no rye in this Balmorhea. Balmorhea is a state park here in Texas. If you're interested in where that word comes from, and it's Balmorhea. This is their double oak product. So it spends 4 years in a new charred American oak barrel, and then 1 year in an additional new oak barrel. And again, 4 years in the still. Here in Texas, because of the heat, years can mean a lot more. So a 4 or 5 year could be more like a 7 or 8 year. It's just depends on the conditions during that time. But of course, it gets very hot here in Texas. I can attest to that. But this Balmorhea is so delicious. It has that Texas funk that some people talk about. But I like those leathery tobacco notes to start, and then that sweet kind of like chocolatey kind of cherry on the back end. But this Balmorhea double oak product is probably my favorite from Garrison Brothers. So I wanted to point this one out. You can find this probably in most places nationwide sometimes. It's going to be on the shelf at least once a year, but it's a really good release, and I definitely recommend it. The next one is Treaty Oak. So Treaty Oak, another distillery here in Central Texas, a town called Dripping Springs. Great facility. If you're looking to do something for the family, hang out for the day, they have just a huge property to play games, food trucks, get, different things. Just a great time to hang out over at Treaty Oak. This particular one, their single barrel, I believe it's at 117.55. Yes, their Ghost Hill Texas Bourbon single barrel. This is what I prefer. Their product itself is good. Sometimes it's a little lower proof for me on some of their regular products, but their single barrel at 117 just hits right. This is a great product. Usually it's at the distillery only, so you'll have to be there. Sometimes you can find it on the shelf, certain different, higher proofs, but they're single barrels that they have there at the distillery. If they're on the shelf, buy one. They're so good. The only drawback with Treaty Oak is they have the screw top I know some people kind of freak out about that. It doesn't change the juice. It's not a cork, but it's still really, really good. I would so recommend this product as well. The next one is Cooper Family. So Cooper Family, a little establishment outside of Giddings, Texas, Ledbetter, Texas. Really good product. Now this is a source product. So what they'll do is they'll source their rye or their bourbons, and they'll age it for some more time here in the Texas winds, the Texas heat, and then blend those together, whether it be two different rye or whatever. This is a blend of two different rye, I believe a 6 and a 3 that they've aged or they've brought in, aged a little bit longer here in the Texas area, and then blended it together to create this product. This is their barrel-proof rye. This one is my favorite. I don't know if you're familiar with Big Red Soda. Me being here in Texas, it runs through my veins, Big Red Soda. That's what it comes off of. It has that sweet bubblegummy kind of notes to it, followed by that spearmint, those typical rye notes, a little spice in the back end. But it's so good. Such an easy sipper and drinker. I think this is at 120. And again, my proof points, 110 to 120. That's where I really enjoy sipping. This is a great product. So if you're ever in, again, Central Texas, outside of Giddings, find Cooper Family. Really great product. And then last but not least, kind of a different thing here, we have Monument Green. Many people are familiar with Monument Green. They are at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. They do some really great things. This particular bottle here is their single barrel, but it's a store pick. If you find a single barrel store pick of theirs, grab it. That store probably did a great job picking, because these single barrels at the higher proof than their regular, I believe 86 is what their typical single barrels are at. But those store picks at higher proof, so delicious. This one it knocks it out. Whatever store picked this did an amazing job. But if you see these on the shelf as a store pick, grab their single barrels. They have great products at Monument Green. Their port finished rye is really good as well. That's great for making a Manhattan, making different cocktails. But this particular bourbon, this single barrel, this is sourced out of Kentucky. They have rick houses in Kentucky and Texas. So this is their Kentucky juice, brought here and bottled in Texas, and it's amazing. It's really, really good. So if you have an opportunity, grab a bottle of single barrel. That is a store pick. And those are my 5 for today. So I did pour myself some of the Monument Green. Been sipping on that a little bit. Been enjoying that, of course, as we've kind of gone through the video. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you really like the content, please like and subscribe. We're going to be doing a whole lot of different things. This was our first episode. I want to get us off the ground, talk a little bit about Texas bourbons and ryes, because that's where I'm from. So I want to enjoy what's around my area and support my local distilleries and do what I can. But again, please take the recommendations, what you like. Enjoy if you're able to find these on the shelf, if you're able to come down to Texas and explore. And like I said, we're going to do a lot more with this channel. Please like and subscribe. See how we can build up this channel, build up a following, build up some people that want to get some more content, and that we can have some fun with it. So again, my name is Matt. This has been The Whiskey Well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. Thank you. Let's hope that recorded.